Governments around the world have denied strange events, unusual technologies, and unexplained phenomena for decades. But sometimes the truth slips out. The following are 5 secret government experiments that actually happened, and their horrifying implications will make you question how much we really know. These aren't theories. They're documented. They're real. And they were never meant to be public. Let's begin. It was the 1950s. The Cold War was heating up. And the CIA was obsessed with one thing: mind control. Under the code name MK-Ultra, the CIA launched one of the most secretive and disturbing experiments in modern U.S. history. The program tested LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological torture on American citizens, often without their consent. Subjects included prisoners, hospital patients, and even university students, all unknowingly exposed to drugs and psychological manipulation. One of the most tragic cases was that of Frank Olson, a government scientist who began questioning the ethics of MK-Ultra. Shortly after voicing his concerns, he fell from a 13th-story window, officially ruled a suicide. But later evidence suggests he may have been murdered to keep the project quiet. MK-Ultra was officially exposed in 1975 during a Senate investigation. But to this day, much of what happened is still classified. How far did the government go? And are these experiments still happening under new names? Between 1932 and 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service ran an infamous study in Tuskegee, Alabama. They told 600 African American men they were being treated for bad blood. But in reality, they were being deliberately denied treatment for syphilis, just so doctors could observe how the disease progressed. Even when penicillin became available, they weren't given the cure. Dozens died, many went blind or insane, and their families suffered for generations. The experiment was finally exposed by a whistleblower in 1972, sparking national outrage. It led to major reforms in medical ethics, but it also revealed a horrifying truth. The government was willing to sacrifice innocent lives for data. And the scars of that betrayal still remain today. In the 1950s, strange reports began to emerge from a remote Air Force base in Nevada. Officially, it didn't exist. Unofficially, it was called Area 51. What began as a secret testing site for spy planes became the center of countless rumors, UFOs, alien technology, and interdimensional research. But here's the twist: much of it may be true. In the 1980s, a man named Bob Lazar claimed he worked at a site near Area 51 on reverse engineering alien craft. He described propulsion systems and materials the public wouldn't hear about until decades later, like Element 115. At first, he was ridiculed, but over time, some of his claims were confirmed. In 2013, the CIA officially acknowledged Area 51's existence. But what's really going on there remains classified. What are they hiding? And if it's not aliens, what else could justify such secrecy? In the 1960s, the U.S. Navy created an experimental program called Project Chatter, designed to explore truth serums. But that was just the beginning. Later, in Operation Artichoke and then MK-Ultra, they began to ask a chilling question. Can we control a person's mind against their will? One of the darkest corners of these programs was the alleged use of Manchurian candidates, people programmed to carry out missions with no memory afterward. One report details a young man who, under hypnosis, was told to assassinate someone. He followed every instruction. He loaded a gun, aimed, and fired. Fortunately, it wasn't a real bullet. But the experiment showed something terrifying. Under the right conditions, the mind could be hijacked. And if these were the public experiments, what's still hidden? In the 1970s, the US government began testing electromagnetic frequencies for military use. That research led to something called HAARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Officially, it was a tool for studying the ionosphere. Unofficially, some believe it could modify the weather, interfere with satellites, and even influence human behavior. Is that too far-fetched? Maybe. But leaked documents confirm military interest in weather modification as early as 1958. In fact, during the Vietnam War, Operation Popeye used cloud seeding to make it rain and flood enemy roads. Weather warfare is real. And HAARP, it may just be the next level. Are we already living in a world where governments can weaponize nature itself? Each of these cases was denied, hidden, classified, until the truth forced its way out. And if this is what we know now, imagine what we still don't know. Thanks for watching. If this video left you questioning everything, subscribe to Mindily for more real events, mysterious experiments, and disturbing truths the world wasn't supposed to know. Stay aware, stay curious, and never stop asking questions.